Well, hello, guys, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be looking at some great deals going on right now on Amazon during Amazon Prime Week. That's right, for the next few days, from the 8th until the 11th, you can get some really great deals on Amazon, and I have about 30 great deals that we're going to be looking at in this video. And if for some reason I don't have anything that you're interested in this video, don't worry about it. Don't get frustrated. Be sure to comment down below and let me know what items you are interested in. And the next time I make one of these videos, I'll be sure to include something that you're bound to like. So information is very helpful. I always listen to my viewers. Be sure to comment, let me know, and I'll make changes for the next video. I make these videos all the time. I'm always looking for great ways to save you guys money. So, like I said, we have about 30 great deals that we're going to be looking at in this video. And as we go through it, if you see anything that you like and you want to take advantage of it, I will put links to everything down below in the description. All you have to do is click on the link and it takes you straight to the item that we're looking at. And the links that I put down below are short links so that YouTube won't break the long Amazon links. You know, Amazon makes really long links and YouTube is prone to breaking them. So I shorten them for you to make sure that that doesn't happen. But they are not affiliate links. I know some people have problem with affiliate links. They are not affiliate links. I do not get any money from clicking on the link, so whether you do or don't is irrelevant to me. Now, if you do happen to want to help out the channel, I do have a Buy Me a Coffee link down below. You can click on that, buy me a coffee or two, and that'll help the channel in more ways than you realize. So let's go ahead and let's get into this video and see some great stuff that I found for you guys. I have a huge variety of different stuff. Some of them are going to be discounted, some of them are going to be Prime Day deals, and there's stuff for everyone. And one thing to point out, you don't have to be a Prime member to take advantage of these savings that I'm going to show you in this video. But if for some reason you find something that does require you to be a Prime member, Amazon does give you 30 days for free where you can become a Prime member, and then after that, just cancel it. You don't need to keep on going and you don't need to keep on paying. The first 30 days are free, so you get the great benefits without having to pay anything. So that's something you may want to consider if you see something that requires you to be a Prime member. Alright, so let's get started looking at this item. Now this is an oil sprayer for cooking, for salads. It's a dispenser. It dispenses in multiple different ways. And I got this guy. I just got it right before I started the video because it's something that my wife has been looking for quite a long time. And actually the price on this just changed after I got through buying it. For some reason the page decided to change. A moment ago it had like a 5% discount, so it made it even cheaper. Right now that went away. Maybe they're changing it, and by the time you see this video, it'll have a different discount. So if you're looking for an oil sprayer, go ahead and check out the page and you may find it even cheaper. Like I said, my wife has been looking for one of these because she loves to cook and stuff like that. Instead of having to buy the manufactured spray that, it sprays out on the pan and that kind of stuff, you can do it yourself and save yourself quite a bit of money. And what's convenient about this one is that it has 3 different ways of doing it. You see right there, it has a stream that it goes out straight. You can pour it out on top of something, or you can mist something. So it's very convenient for salads, or for using on the air fryer, or for all sorts of stuff like that. Seems to be a glass bottle, and you can use it for oils, for wines, for all sorts of liquids, etc. So if you enjoy cooking, or you know someone that does, go ahead and check this guy out. And it comes with like 4 different colors, so you can pick the one that you like the best. So let's move on. How about if you need a tire inflator? Here you have the Astro AI L7 tire inflator portable air compressor, which I have done reviews of Astro AI before. I have already like 3 or 4 of their compressors. That's why I didn't get this one to do a review on, but it's actually a fantastic price. Normally it's 40 bucks, as you can see right there, but right now it's half price. It's only $20. So I can tell you Astro AI makes good products. I have no complaints about it. I've done several reviews and all their compressors are still working. I think I have one like in every one of my cars. And this guy is a tiny little guy. I think I have a different model that is this compact and it almost fits in the glove box of your car. Very convenient to carry around with you if you get a flat tire, if you're at the park or something like that and you need to inflate some sports equipment, if you have a problem with your bicycle tire. I'll tell you, a few months back, I got a hand pump for my bicycle. A regular hand pump, and that was around 20 bucks. So 20 bucks for a battery operated compressor? I think that is a really great deal. You can take advantage of this for the next 4 days, because after that, it goes back to being $40. But 20 bucks, I think is definitely worth looking at. And it does change to PSI, KPA, all that kind of stuff. And like you see right there, it shows you the pressure that you're at and the pressure that you are inflating it to. You can adjust all that. And some of these guys sometimes bring a flashlight with them. I don't know if this one does or not. You'd have to read through all the details there to see if it does. So that's something that may come in handy if you keep this guy in the glove box of your vehicle. So there you go for emergency use or just to top off your vehicle. Very convenient little guy to have on hand. Now, how about this guy right here? If you want something to play around with or for your cat to play around with. I got this guy for a friend of mine that has cats and he has ADHD and stuff like that. I think this is a really good therapeutic little device for cats and for humans. Here you go with the cat grass kit for indoor cats. Complete grow your own cat grass set with planter pot, non-GMO USA wheatgrass seeds, nutrient-rich soil, a great gift for cat lovers, and I think it's also therapeutic for humans and great for kids. I mean, some people have ADHD or something like that where you need to be fidgeting around with stuff all the time. Why not fidget around with a cute little grass planter like this where you can just run the grass through your fingers, stuff like that? That's obviously what cats love to do with it. They love to play around with it. Look at the girl right there. She's just, touching it and playing around with it. It can be very soothing and therapeutic for certain people. And for kids, I think it's a great little thing too, because it teaches them, depending on the age of the kid, it'll teach them about the growth cycle of plants and stuff like that. You put this little guy, in the pot, put the seeds on it, give it some water, and you can see it grow over time. Really good for kids to learn how stuff works in this world that we live in. You can see right there, very simple process, great for anyone, and it gives them a sense of achievement, especially for the younger kids. Gives them a sense of achievement that they've actually done something, and it's something they can invest themselves in. So very nice for cats. For humans that like to fidget around, or even young kids, I think it's a really great little thing to have for $20, but it does have a 30% discount coupon as well. So it goes down to around $15-16, not very expensive at all. I bet you if you go somewhere and try to get a little pot like that, it'll probably cost you around $15-16. So here you get the pot and the plants and everything for that same price. And when you get tired of it, you can always keep the pot and use it for something else. So there you go, a great gift for someone, for your cat, or for yourself. Now let's take a look at some laser levels. Now, DeVoe is a company that I've done reviews on their products before, and I find them to be quite good. I have a couple of laser levels that I got from them over the years, and I find them to be good products. So here we're going to look at a couple of different lasers from DeVoe. First, we start off with the outdoor laser level with receiver, which is very important. If you're going to be doing some work outdoors and you get yourself a laser level, it's important to have the receiver as well, or you're going to have to buy it separately. This guy brings everything included in this kit. It's a daylight high visibility laser with 360 degrees self-leveling up to 400 feet range, 110 millivolts high power green laser with auto detector for construction, landscaping, all that kind of stuff. So what would you use this guy for? Again, whether you're doing landscaping or something like that, you're leveling out your ground, all that kind of stuff. You have different hills and you want to reach certain levels, or you're building a patio, or you're building a deck, anything like that. This little guy can come in very, very handy. But if you're working outdoors and you're building a big 20 by 20, 20 by 30, 30 by 40, a big deck or patio or something, you're probably going to have a hard time trying to find that laser. That's where the receiver comes in handy. You put the laser level somewhere, you allow it to self-level, and then you move around to wherever you're going to be putting up posts or stakes or whatever, and you use the receiver to tell you when you're at the appropriate level. Very convenient little device. Like I says right there, it goes up to 400 feet of range, so you should be able to tackle just about anything with this little guy right here. And like I said, I've done reviews of their products before, very satisfied, never had a problem with it. Used it on a couple of projects, and it's been very good to me. This guy normally runs $350. Right now, you can get it for $280. So that's 20% off right now for Prime Day deals. You know, electronics, they don't drop in price a lot. So 20% is a pretty good drop in price. So for an outdoor laser level, this is a very good one to take a look at. Now, what if you're going to be doing some indoor work and you want a laser level to help you with that? Whether you're doing construction indoors, whether you're hanging pictures, putting in windows, putting in trim pieces, whatever it is that you're going to be doing, you want a laser to be able to give you a proper level line, because visually speaking, you can make mistakes, things can be a little bit off, and we all know in house construction, the walls and the floors are never level. That's why you want this little guy that can level itself, and then it'll throw a beam across the room and show you exactly where everything is. This is the 4x360 laser level, 360 degree self-leveling, 16-line laser leveler. It can put up to 16 lines. So you can be doing all sorts of stuff, and this guy will put all sorts of lines that you can select. You can take away or add lines depending on what you need. And it can help you for floor tiling, ceiling work. It's rechargeable. It has a green beam, 4D plane, magnetic bracket, etc. Brings you everything you need. You see right there, you can have the amount of lines that you need together, far apart, 90 degrees to each other, 180, whatever it is that you need. This little guy will be able to help you with that. And a convenient thing about this guy is that it actually has a manual mode where you can tilt it at an angle and still have it help you. You don't always want it to be a straight 90-degree line. Sometimes you want angles, but not all laser levels will do that. Some of them will freak out and say, no, I don't want an angle. So these guys have that built in where you can set it to that. And it brings you pretty much everything you need, as you see right there. So for indoor work, this guy is very convenient. Normally 180, right now 144. Again, another 20% off of this guy. If you're going to use it for indoors, you don't need to spend the money for the other one. You can get this little guy and save yourself more money. How about if you need to do some soldering? Well, I came across this little guy the other day, and I actually ordered it. I actually already have it. Very nice little unit from Parsagi. Very convenient. This is a self-contained soldering kit that basically attaches to a battery. And I happen to get this one, which is the Makita. That's why I'm listing this one right here. But they do make this to work with also DeWalt or Milwaukee batteries. So this is the upgraded soldering station for Makita 18-volt battery. Like I said, you can go to their store and they actually have for Milwaukee or DeWalt as well. Adjustable temperature IPS display, auto sleep, low voltage protection, centigrade or Fahrenheit switch, fast heating for DIY appliance repair, all sorts of stuff. Obviously great for all sorts of stuff. Whatever you need to solder. For automotive, if you're a technician and you need to be on the road, if you're using it in the construction environment, anywhere that you don't have power or you don't want to have to plug into the wall, this guy is very convenient. And I'll tell you, like I said, I got the Makita one because that's the batteries that I have available to me. I don't have any Milwaukee or DeWalt batteries. But I tested it just a few days ago after I got it, and this guy heats up really fast. Very, very convenient, has a nice display to it, and it brings you everything you need. The temperature, like I said, heats up very fast. It says right there 10 seconds. I didn't time it, but it seemed pretty fast to me. And it's from 212 to 930 Fahrenheit. I mean, I set this guy to 500. Man, it cooks really fast. It really will heat up that solder and get you going in no time. And it's very compact. As you see right there, it's only about 4 inches by 4 inches. So really, really tiny. Great for all sorts of stuff. You can adjust the temperature, whether you have some really thick solder or whether you're working on circuit boards and you don't want to damage the surroundings. Very convenient for all sorts of stuff. Again, no power needed. No need to plug it into the wall. And it actually has a holder for the soldering iron when you're not using it. Pretty much like a really big soldering station, and it attaches to your battery. So normally this guy is 40 bucks. Right now it's 33 bucks, 16% off. If you're looking for something that you can take anywhere, use anywhere without power, very convenient one to look at. Now, how about if you're looking for a cell phone and you want something a little bit different? Now, I came across this guy the other day and I also ordered this guy. It hasn't come in yet, but it's something that I find very interesting. I've heard some people talk about this, but it's one of those things you don't know until you actually have personal experience with it. This is the Bigme Highbreak Pro 6.13 e-paper cell phone. It has 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of ROM. It runs on Android 14. It's a smartphone, 5G, dual SIM, GPS, all that kind of stuff. The cool thing about this is that I've heard a lot of people say that it's very efficient with the battery. It doesn't consume hardly any power at all because it works on e-ink, which is basically, it's like reading a newspaper or a book or something like that. It has that feel in your hand. It's kind of like a Kindle, as you can see right there. This guy is black and white, but the previous model, they had black and white and color. Maybe they'll upgrade this to a color version soon enough. but it's supposed to be very convenient for people that they have trouble with their eyes like me. I'm getting old. My eyes get strained very easily. I have a Samsung Galaxy phone, and it can be strenuous a lot of times when I'm looking at that OLED display. It's very bright, very colorful, very energetic, but it can really put a strain on your vision. So this guy really is not supposed to be strenuous. For people like me that your eyes are starting to get tired out, this is supposed to be like looking at a book or at a newspaper or something like that. It gives you that feel. Supposed to be really good for looking at like manga or things like that if you enjoy doing that kind of stuff. It has a big display to it, fingerprint unlocking, NFC, so it's easy to take with you and pay anywhere you want to go, 18-watt fast charging, pretty much anything and everything that your smartphone will do. It's not very expensive. My Samsung cost me more than this when I got it, and it's only about 3, maybe 4 years old, and it's already starting to get pretty darn slow. This guy should be a whole lot faster. But my Samsung, a lot of times I'll click on it and I have to wait 2 or 3 seconds for it to wake up or to do anything. If you go from one app to another app, it's like you got to sit there waiting. I'm always like, man, this is frustrating. What is wrong with this thing? Every time they upgrade Android or they upgrade all the apps and this, that, they get bigger and bigger and bulkier and heavier, and it just wears down the phone. So the phone is getting really slow and really annoying to deal with. So I decided to try out something a little bit different. It's one of those things that I wasn't planning on doing a review on it. If you guys are interested, let me know. I can always do a review on it. But it's one of those things that it may be an acquired taste. It's not for everyone. But if you like having that paper feel in your hand, kind of like a Kindle, then it might be something that you may be interested in. A full-size phone, the e-paper or e-ink is not like a regular screen. It doesn't suck up power when it's turned on. In fact, it only takes power as it changes from one screen to another. The minute it loads the screen, it stops taking any power. And it should be very quick as far as that goes. So that's the reason that I was interested about it. This guy normally is $440. Right now it's $417, so it's 5% you can save on it right now. So it's something that we'll learn. I'll figure out if it's something that I like or not, and I'll tell you about it down the road. Now, how about something that I have tried, and I can tell you that it's a good thing. A little while ago, I decided to get myself a lapel microphone because sometimes when I'm shooting things, I can't be right up on the item that I'm shooting, or the camera is far away from it or something, so the audio becomes a little bit problematic. So I decided to get myself a little lapel mic, and I didn't want to go super expensive because I'm a struggling content creator and I don't have a lot of money, so I wanted to go something economical. So I got these guys, and it actually turned out to be pretty darn good. The Neewer wireless lavalier microphone system compatible with iPhone, Android, PC, laptop, computer, noise cancelling, mini lapel mic set with USB, charging case, 24-hour battery, etc., etc., all that kind of good stuff. You can read through it. I'll tell you that I've used it with a couple of different cameras, making different recordings and stuff like that, and it actually is not too bad. As you can see right there, it brings you the little fuzzy cover if you're going to be working outdoors and stuff like that. It's a tiny little microphone. It's about the size of a quarter, maybe a tiny little bit bigger, but I wouldn't even say the size of a $50. No, it's tiny little bit bigger than a quarter, let's say. So it's really, really small. And it works with all your phones and stuff like that. Anything that has a USB that you can hook up to it, it'll work with that regardless of what type of camera or phone or anything that it is. A laptop, any of that. If you're going to be using it for content creation, if you're going to be using it for voiceovers when you're on vacation or something like that, if you're going to be using it for work, any kind of project like that, you can use this guy. And you can see that it's also magnetic. You can put it on your hat, put it on your lapel, hang it from a chain or something like that. It brings a clip, magnets, lanyard, all sorts of stuff. A really very comprehensive little package that brings you all sorts of stuff. And it's only $33 right now. $50, that's what I paid for it. Right now you can get it for 33% off, so it's only about $33, $34. Very good little kit. 2 microphones and a receiver, so you can have 2 different cameras set up, and it receives it all from that one same unit. So very convenient system, again, for content creation, for documentaries, for anything at all. If you're going to be making videos and you're going to be out on a bicycle, or you want to have it on your hat, like I said, whatever the case may be, very nice little system. I've used it on a few videos already, and it has not distorted my voice like some microphones will tend to do. I kind of have a little bit of a deeper voice, and sometimes some microphones will pick up too much of the bass in my voice, so it gets to be a little bit hard to listen to. Even I don't like it. So this one keeps it a bit more natural, so I kind of like that. So there you go. If you're looking for a very inexpensive wireless lavalier, that's one you should look at. And before we get too far into this video, how about you do me a great big favor and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already? That way you stay informed every time I make one of these money-saving videos for Harbor Freight, Home Depot, Amazon, Lowe's, or any other great place that I can find to save you guys some money. Saving money, that's what we're all about here. So that's the way I keep you guys informed and I keep more money in your wallet. Thanks for doing that, and let's move along. Now, how about something a little bit different here? If you're looking for a car scanner, here is a very economical car scanner that does a whole lot of different stuff. And I sort of did a review on this a while back. Not exactly. A little while ago, a few months ago, I did a review of the D5S. This is the D6S, which is the upgraded version of that same scanner. So I already have a review on the D5, so I didn't want to do a review on this one as well. It's kind of duplicating content. So I thought I would tell you guys about this one now because it's at a really good price. I'll put up a link in the corner of this video so you can go check out the other video if you want to see how the D5 is. And that way you can see the improvements that this one has over the D5. So this is the Xtool D6S, which is the D5 with upgrades. OBD2 scanner, diagnostic tool, 2025 car scanner with 30 resets. I think the other one only had 15, if I remember correctly. So this one has double the resets of the D5. All system scan tool with FCA and CAN-FD, ABS bleeding, gearbox match, crank sensor relearn, lifetime updates, upgrade of the D5S. Exactly what I just said a moment ago. So you can go watch that video, and if you're happy with what the D5 does, you can get this one and have a lot more features. I mean, it's a $300 scanner, and right now it's under $220. It's $219, so that's 27% off. You can see right there all the different things that this guy does. A lot better than the D5, which I already have. And it's not a bad scanner. I'm not going to say the D5 is bad. It's a good enough scanner. But I'm always looking for ways to give you guys the best deal possible. So I would say if you like the D5, get the D6 instead. It's almost the same pricing, but you get more features. And right now, you can get it at a considerable savings. So there you go. If you're looking for an economical scan tool, this is one to look at. Now, how about if you want something cute for the kids? Yeah, something a little bit different. How about some neon light characters? I mean, who doesn't like light, especially kids? Kids love all sorts of lighting. Here you have the officially licensed Dogman LED neon sign. For kids' room, for bedrooms, for game walls. Great decor for anything. It's a movie-themed gift idea for Christmas, birthdays, all sorts of stuff. Any kid would love this kind of stuff. And this is just one of the characters. They have a whole lot of different characters from the whole Dogman thing. And like I said, it's a nice little neon sign you can hang up in a kid's room or something like that. They're going to love it. It's adjustable on the lighting and all that. You can see right there. You can increase or decrease the brightness. And it's very convenient to put anywhere. What kid would not love that? Kid love all sorts of cartoons and they love all sorts of lights and stuff. So it's something I'm sure they would be interested in. And it's not that expensive. Most of the time this guy is $40. Right now it's only $32. So that's 20% you can save on that guy. So if you have a kid or a nephew or a niece or something like that and you want to get something cool for them, there you go. A nice little neon sign. I'm sure they're going to love it. And it works great as a night light, I'm sure. So there you go. Check that guy out. And how about another scanner? Now this is the scanner that I just did a couple of weeks ago, and I can tell you it's a very good scanner. But this one is more expensive than the previous one that we looked at. Here you have the ThinkCar bidirectional scan tool, the 689BT, which I already did a review on just a couple of weeks ago, and I'll put up a link to that video. If you're curious, you can go check it out and see everything that this guy can do. It's an all-system automotive diagnostic tool, bidirectional, OBD2 scanner, ECU coding, 34 services, FCA, CAN-FD, DOIP, wireless update, etc. Now, where the Xtool basically is not wireless, this guy is. You have a wireless dongle, as you see right there, 34 services, lifetime update, full system scanner, a really good scanner. I've used it a couple times already, just playing around with it, getting familiar. And it does a really good job. Very convenient being wireless and stuff like that. Definitely one that I could recommend, but it is a bit more expensive than the other ones. If you have the money, it's a great tool. I can definitely tell you that. If you want something economical, then I totally understand. This one I can definitely tell you can do a lot of stuff. Normally 650 bucks for this guy. Right now, 475. That's 27% off. Even more savings than on the X tool. So if you want a mid-upper range scanner, I say this is a really good one to look into. Now, how about if you need a jack? Here you go with the Vevor 3-ton low-profile aluminum and steel racing floor jack with dual pistons, quick lift pump for sport utility vehicles, lifting range from 3 6/11 to 19 11/16. So it has quite a good range. Now, I have a 4-ton Vevor jack. This is the 3-ton. I have the 4-ton. They're pretty much identical. It's just a different lifting capacity. And the one that I have from Vevor, I'm very happy with it. I've had it for over a year now, maybe a year and a half, something like that. And I've used it several times, and I can tell you, it works great. I have no problem with it whatsoever. It works really, really well. I got it because I got it at a better price than the Harbor Freight jacks at the time. Obviously, prices change all the time, so you have to do your own comparison. But right now, it's at a really good price. Normally $210 for this jack. Right now, $170. So that's 19% you can save right now during Prime days. And it's a heavy duty jack. I mean, the 4-ton that I got is really a heavy duty one. The one I got is all steel. This one is aluminum and steel, so probably a little bit lighter weight than the 4-ton that I got. But I'm very happy with the 4-ton, so I would say this is a good one to check out if you need a jack. Now, how about another little convenient thing for you mechanics out there, the guys that want to be able to do all sorts of stuff on their vehicle? Here we go with the Vevor Mechanic Stool, 300-pound capacity, garage stool, gift for men, heavy-duty rolling mechanic seat with 3 slide-out tool trays and a drawer. Tools for automotive, auto repair, etc. That's pretty convenient that it has a slide-out tool trays and drawers and stuff like that. Very convenient. You can put your tools and stuff in there and do all sorts of work. If you're going to be working on the side of your vehicle, working on your tires and stuff like that, buffing the side of your vehicle, all sorts of stuff where you don't want to be kneeling down because it'll break your back and your knees and so forth. You want to sit down comfortably when you're doing all sorts of stuff. Very convenient little guy to have on hand. There you go. It's padded and everything, so it's nice for your butt. It's not something that you're going to be sitting on a hard surface, making it very convenient for you. There you go. Shows you the trays and stuff right there. Really cool for putting all sorts of stuff together. So if you're looking for a convenient little stool to work around in your garage, there you go. Normally it's 70 bucks. Right now you can get it for 48 bucks. Nice little guy from Vevor. And it seems to have kind of metal casters with rubber wheels on it and so forth. The frame seems to be metal, so that should be nice and durable. So there you go. Check that guy out if you need something for working in your garage. And how about a nice little cooler to get around? This is another one that I did a review on maybe 6-8 months ago, something like that, maybe last summer. That could be when I did this guy. Very convenient little cooler if you want to be able to go out on vacation, do some overlanding and stuff like that, enjoy yourself, take your beverages with you for tailgating, all that kind of stuff. Very nice little kit to have with you. Like I said, I have this guy and I've used it on a couple of trips, weekend trips that we've taken over the past few weeks and so forth. And it's very convenient, especially when it's hot out there and you want to have some nice food with you. Keep it nice and cool. There you go. You can have food, drinks, vegetables, all that kind of stuff. There you go. And it does cool down very quickly. I timed it in the video that I made. Very convenient little guy, great for camping or just taking stuff with you when you're going somewhere. Sometimes you don't want to have to buy it at the rest stops and all those places. It can be very expensive sometimes. So taking your own food can be very economical. So here we have the Bouge RV 12-volt refrigerator, 12-volt car fridge, 23-quart portable freezer, compressor cooler, 12 or 24-volt, 110 or 240-volt AC as well. That's one thing I pointed out in the video. Not only can you take it with you in your vehicle, and it has a built-in AC compressor, so it keeps your food cold. You don't need to put ice in it. It's a built-in little refrigerator. And then when you get to a hotel, you can take it in the hotel with you and plug it into the wall. So it works on both AC and DC. Very convenient. That way, if you want to eat your own food and so forth, you don't want to have to eat out. A lot of people are eating more healthy foods. I mean, me, myself, I have a lot of food allergies, so generally when we go on vacation, my wife and I, we pack our own food. I generally do not eat out. I have too many food allergies to take a chance on eating out and getting violently ill. So this little guy comes in really handy for that. So normally this guy is 190 bucks. Right now it's 160. So that's about 30 bucks you can save yourself, 16% off. Why not get it when it's at a discount? Because like I said, I paid more than that, but I still appreciate it. I think it's a really good unit, so you can save yourself some money right now if it's something that you want to look into. Now, how about if you want a power inverter? Again, something that a lot of people need and use when you have like a camper or something like that, or even if you're just going out and doing stuff and you want to be able to have AC and DC power. Here you go with the Gindel 4000 watt 24 volt pure sine wave power inverter, 7000 watt surge, UL 458 listed, GFCI outlets, inverter 24 volt DC to 120 volt AC, FCC approved, remote with battery level for RVs, campers, all that kind of stuff. Solar setup, you can set it up with solar. So again, a very convenient little device to have with you if you go out camping and stuff like that. You want to be able to power up all your devices and so forth. And it is a pure sine wave, which is an important thing because some devices do not like the modified sine wave. So having a pure sine wave can be very convenient. It means it's safe to run anything you want on there without causing any damage. It'll run on 12, 24 volts, etc. So you got a lot of different uses for this guy, and it has a nice little display to tell you exactly what's going on. So normally this guy is 450 bucks. Right now it's 380, so that's 15% you can save during Prime days. Now, how about if you didn't like the other phone that I talked about and you want something a little bit fancier? Now, like I said, I have experience with the Samsung Galaxy phones. I've had a couple of them over the years, and they're good phones. They're very durable. What happens is over time, they just become obsolete, but the phones themselves never let me down. It's just sometimes the software and different things that they can do, they become limited over time. So you have to move on to another phone. And again, like I mentioned previously, my eyes are starting to get old and tired, so I have a bit of trouble with the bright, super colorful screens that these guys have. That's why I started to look at the e-ink phone, because these OLED phones are super bright, beautiful phones, but a little bit strenuous on the eyes. If you're young, middle-aged, stuff like that, then it doesn't bother you at all. But here you go with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, 512 gigabytes unlocked Android smartphone, circle to search, hands-free interpreter, AI phone edits, foldable display for multitasking, 1-year warranty. This guy is in pink, but it does come in gray or blue as well. So you can pick the one that you like. I just happen to pick this page. You can see right there, a gray, blue, or pink. You can pick the one that you like. It's kind of like a booklet. It opens up. It has a fold in the middle, so you get twice the screen. There you go. Very convenient to read. But you see right there, the display is very different from the one that I showed you earlier on the high break. The other one is more like looking at a book. This is still going to be a visual display. So the fonts and all this stuff and the backlight is going to be totally different. If you like that kind of stuff, all the better. But if you like the black and white display of the e-ink e-paper, the other one is maybe the one you should consider. But if you want this guy, normally it's 220 bucks. Right now it's 1,600. That's 21% you can save on that guy. That's a lot of money. That's a good discount if you're looking for a Samsung Galaxy Fold. So there you go. Now, again, getting back to overlanding, camping, all that kind of stuff. What if you got to carry stuff around on the top of your vehicle? You don't have enough room inside. Let's say you have a big family, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids, etc. Whatever the case may be. Here you go. You can pack some stuff on top of your SUV and you can carry it around with you. The Mefar Car Roof Bag, a rooftop cargo carrier, 20 cubic foot, waterproof for all cars with or without a rack. So you can use it on just about anything. It includes the anti-slip mat, 10 reinforced straps, 6 door hooks, and a luggage rack. So very convenient for carrying all sorts of stuff. You can attach it to just about any kind of vehicle. You can lock it so nobody can mess with it. You can attach it to your doors. So there you go. It'll work on SUVs, sedans, vans, pretty much anything that you want to hook it up to. Seems to be quite flexible. So if you plan on doing some camping or, overlanding or stuff like that, very convenient if you need some extra room. This guy is normally 140 bucks. Right now it's only 85 bucks. That's almost 40% off. That's a pretty good savings. And it seems to have a 10% promo code as well. You may be able to stack them and save yourself even more money. So that's a good one to check out. Now, how about if you want to do some maintenance on your vehicle? You need some oil to do that, right? Well, here you go with the Castrol GTX Full Synthetic 5W30 motor oil, 5 quarts. There you go, a 5-quart jug, and you can save yourself some money on that. Now, not much to explain on this. It's oil for maintaining your vehicle. If your vehicle can take 5W30, then you could look into this guy. Obviously, if you need a different grade, then you're going to have to go to their store and check for different ones. But normally this guy is 25 bucks. Right now it's 21. Save yourself 15% during Prime days. And how about if you want a smartwatch, an Apple Watch? Here you go with the Apple Watch Series 10. GPS 42mm case, smartwatch with rose gold aluminum case with light blush sport band. Now this comes in a ton of different colors. Don't go by this guy. It comes in like 6, 7, 8 different colors, so you can pick the one that you like. This has the fitness tracker, ECG app, always on, retina display, water resistant, etc. So if you're looking for an Apple Watch, you can save yourself some money right now during Prime days. It has a lot of apps to it and so forth. If you're in the Apple ecosphere, there you go. That's one that you may want to look into. Normally 400 bucks, right now it's 280, so you can save yourself 30% on that guy. So there you go. Now how about if you want a nice, big, bright, beautiful TV? Here you go with the Sony 65-inch 4K Ultra HD TV, the A95K series, the Bravia XR QD OLED Smart Google TV with Dolby Vision HDR exclusive features for PlayStation 5 in black. So in other words, all that says is that it's really a nice, fancy TV with a lot of technology behind it, making it very bright, very colorful, and very beautiful to look at. So if you're looking for a brand new TV and you want a beautiful OLED display, you can get this one from Sony. Normally it's $3,500. Right now you can get it for $1,500. That's 57% off, almost 60% off. That is a great discount on a big, beautiful TV from Sony. And Sony's are very good quality products. I've had several Sony products over the years. Very good quality stuff. Save yourself more than half price on that guy. You want to be able to go camping and stuff like that. You don't want a power inverter. You want something a little different, a battery that you can carry along with you, or even a battery you can use at home during a power outage or something like that. Because a power inverter needs power, but a battery does not. So these guys are really good if you're living off grid, you're living in a camper or something like that, or you have it at home for emergency use. The Jackery Explorer 1000 version 2 portable power station, 1070 watt hours, lithium ferrous phosphate battery, 1500 watt AC, 1000 watt USB output, 1 hour fast charge, that's not bad, solar generator for camping, emergency RV, off-grid living, etc. Solar panels optional, so you can hook up a solar panel to it. So not bad. I've done reviews on all sorts of stuff. I don't think I've done a Jackery yet, but I've done all sorts of other battery banks like this, and it comes in really, really handy. And I have used a couple of them during some power outages that we have had, so they do come in handy for that. Normally this guy is an $800 item. Right now it's 400 bucks. That is 400 bucks you can save yourself half price right now. So if you're looking for a battery bank, now's a great time to save yourself some money. And how about if you need a pressure washer? You want to be able to clean the outside of your house, clean your driveway, clean your awnings, clean your vehicle, all sorts of stuff. Here you go with the Greenworks Pro Brushless 3000 PSI, CSA certified, 2 gallons per minute max, 1.1 gallons per minute electric pressure washer, foldable handles, rugged steel frame, 25-foot hose, 35-foot GFCI cord. In other words, you can probably go all the way around your vehicle without having to even move the unit if you're washing your vehicle. 35-foot power cord means you can go way out away from your garage or any power source and still use this guy. So not bad if you want to do like right there. You can see cleaning your decks, cleaning all sorts of stuff outdoors. Very convenient for that. Brings 5 different nozzles with it, so it makes it very easy to use for just about anything. So there you go, the Greenworks pressure washer, normally 450 bucks for this guy. Right now it's only $292. Very convenient. You can save yourself 35% on this guy. And how about if you want to be able to do some work around the house, you need a little folding table. Here you go with the Works Pegasus 2-in-1 folding work table and sawhorse. Easy setup portable workbench, 31 by 25 by 32, lightweight portable with heavy duty load capacity. It includes 2 clamps and 4 clamp dogs. So very convenient for doing all sorts of stuff around the house, whether you're working indoors or outdoors. Very convenient, foldable, take it with you anywhere you want to go. There you go. You can fold it up and even use it as a sawhorse. You can use a couple of them together and be able to make a larger platform if you want to do that. It only weighs 30 pounds. Very lightweight. For most guys, that's not a problem at all. And look how much it can hold, 2,000-pound capacity. Very good at that. So not bad, little guy, little Pegasus right there. Normally $150. Right now it's only $103. Save yourself 31% on that. So not a bad little item. So there you go, guys. That's about 30 great deals that I found for you guys going on right now at Amazon during Amazon Prime deals. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.